Now then, been a while since I've done some videos. I just thought I'd show you something. I've been buying boots and I just wanted to show you all the different boots I've been getting. One pair of boots. Two pairs of boots. So basically, and a secret weapon as well. Last time I did a video, I had Sidi Adventure 2s and the Alpine Stars toucans, and I binned off the toucans because they were too soft on the ankle. And then I've bought, I kept the Sidi Adventures, and the toes eventually on them just get wrecked because I use my bike off-road and stuff. So I bought these Leatt, which seem to be a bit of a go-to at the moment, 4.5 adventure things, waterproof. They're quite comfortable, but they're dead boxy. The boot's massive. You can see here, this bit here protrudes, don't know, about a centimetre off the back of the boot, and then the shin plate's like protrudes quite a lot. So if you're trying to use it with trousers and motocross or climb, badland sort of things over the boots, you'll never get them over. And then I just bought these Sidi X3 things, and the reason I bought these is them Leatts are meant to be waterproof, and they've stayed waterproof for about a year, and now they're just pissing water in. And because they've got a waterproof liner, when they do get water in, it just pools and fills up, and then your feet are absolutely socking. So I bought these Sidis because they're a bit more svelte around the top. They don't protrude massively out the back, but they've still got tons of protection. They've got good grip on here. They've got an ankle pivot. All this is solid. And someone's at the door. So before I was rudely interrupted by the Amazon man, I was talking about boots. I've changed position because I was a bit not relaxed. I like to be relaxed when I'm doing my boot reviews. So yeah, my last boots were, forgot again, Sidi Adventure 2s. Oh, I wish that screen would stay on. Pesky camera. I'm having right difficulty doing this video. I should write a list of things. So I had some boots before, Sidi Adventure 2s, and I had the toucans. I got rid of the toucans because they were too soft. The ankle protection was shockingly bad in them, which I think is the most important thing when you're on an adventure bike, or any bike really, I suppose, when you're trail riding, especially when you're starting. Even a small bike will take your ankle out. You tend to come off more and you tend to just get stuck under the bike. When you get a bit more proficient at falling off, you tend to jump and just forget about the bike, and then you don't hurt yourself as much. It probably sounds a bit counterintuitive, but I think that's true. Anyway, so squeaky. I had the Sidi Adventure 2s quite a while. The toes got battered on the front because I do use them off-road a fair bit. No, on-road on legal green lanes, an adventure bike festival route and such. Shouldn't play with things while I'm doing videos. So I knocked the toes on the Sidis. The sole wore out quite quick on them. These aren't Sidis, by the way, these are Leatt. And as they softened, the ankle protection basically succumbed, and I could buckle them up. Mind you, I can still buckle these if I try, but these have had a little bit, well, a reasonable amount of use. So then I moved on to these Leatt Adventure, Leatt 4.5s, and these are the waterproof version. What I always look for in a boot, people have asked questions about the difference between my other boot review, like the which boot's more protective, which boot's better. The main thing to look for is ankle protection, and then a lot of adventure boots don't have any sort of plastic here. They're just bare leather, or there's no reinforcement. I mean, this is a little bit soft there actually, and this this side section is not really solid. When you're on the bike, even if you got your toes in on the bike, the amount of times I've brushed rocks and things, and this gets a wallop. I've lost count. So if you're buying a boot and you think I want maximum protection, don't buy. What are them ones that everyone buys that are dead soft? Them soft brown ones, don't buy them. Don't get it. You get something like these, where the protection comes around the side here. This is where you tend to catch yourself, I think. It's where you tend to catch yourself. And make sure your ankle protection is good. So, yeah, moved on to these. So, bin your Sidi Adventures when you get a bit more into it. And you could probably consider a pair of these. Oh, hey, up there, the sole's coming away there a bit, maybe. Chris Birch wears these. Or a similar boot. Maybe he's the next model up. All praise to Chris Birch. These plaggy clips are a bit, I don't know, they feel a bit naff, but they've always been alright, and they're pretty solid actually. But they don't feel great. This top one especially. It doesn't mate very well. Although it is now. Is that swivel? No, so that doesn't swivel. Does it swivel on these? No, but they line up nicely when they're done up. Yeah. Oh, wee! Tight. Oh, yeah. See, they line up. You see, the buckle lines up nice and straight. This is really not, well, it is an issue because it annoys me. I get one that hasn't been done up. And when you first pull these together and you put them around your ankle, you can see how that's not nowhere near. You have to really shove it home. It's still not really near. It's out of line. But then it sort of pulls itself all right when you shut it. But when you're putting them on with your trousers on, they can be difficult to get on them. So, bin your toucans, bin your Sidi Adventures. If you want decent protection and decent comfort, these are actually really good. Leatt, Hydradri, Evo, slide lock cuff, which means when you Velcro it, you can still slide it in like that. Can you see? Yeah, that's a nice thing actually. These are nice to walk in. They're canny heavy. The sole's stiff as hell. They must have a shank in them. They don't really move, but the way they're shaped and everything is just nice to walk in, and they are comfortable, and they are warm in the winter. A bit warm in the summer maybe, too warm, but they're all right. The clips have lasted so long, they're all plastic. I think if you go for the 5.5, which isn't waterproof, the clips are metal, so it might be worth considering. But then after a year of not a great amount of riding, the waterproofing element inside the liners give up, and they're not even. I think both boots as well. One's gets a bit clammy, and then see, it's not. You can tell when a boot's worn when these stickers wear down and there's no image left on them. Oops, I'm poking the microphone. See if I can get the insoles out. Double up on insoles. I always go a size a bit larger and put an extra set of insoles in for the summer and take them out for the winter for me winter socks. Oh, I don't think insoles come out with these. I'm sure I've had them out. Yeah, they do. Here he comes. There she is. See, look, the insole's not even that worn. And these are leaking already. So their dry lining's shite. But that doesn't matter, because they're all right boots if you don't mind them not being too overly waterproof. So I give them a definitely worth a try. Maybe go for the non-waterproof version. And then, if you want to go waterproof, a set of these Adventure Spec boot liners. Can't remember the proper name for them. I've not tried these out for a full day yet, but I'm going to. Light is right. Right. Light is left. I've got waterproof army socks that are like merino wool. And the problem with them is if you're out riding, camping and stuff like I do sometimes, you get them wet and they just don't dry because they're like thick wool the wool inside, wool on the outside and they don't dry. These are made of like, there's farmer jackets you can get that are dirt cheap from like farmer supply places like Sam Turner's around here, called Flexathane, and it's the same stuff as that. So it's just rubbery on the outside. Like if I lick it, I'll be wet now and it'll be dry in about, oh watch, can you see me lick mark? I'll give it a little rubby. But it dries off dead quick, it just starts evaporating really quick. But don't lick your socks, or don't lick your liners. And then the inside's like it's like soft shell material. So the idea is to dry really quick, and you can keep a pair of these on you. I'm going to get another pair actually because I think these are going to be good. And you can have 2 pairs of them rolled up. You know, rolls up into nothing. So you can have them in you, 2 sets of them. If you have a wet day, I always have a set of dry socks. I always used to carry a set of dry socks anyway because I get claggy feet, and I change the socks like midday through a ride because you have to look after your feet. So I'm going to have two sets of these, and if they get overly wet, I can change them, and I can have a set drying out laid on my tent during the day. I'll peg them out. Hopefully, people won't pinch them. And I'm going to use them with these new to me. I've got them second hand with barely any use. Sidi X Power Enduro. And these are probably the more svelte than the Leatt. Can you see? Can you see? But they're probably more protective because of my aforementioned part where the toe box here is just solid plastic. That's soft there, that little section. It's just like Napa leather or suede leather or whatever it's called. So I've got these, soles stiff as hell. They've got a normal sort of walking sole on them. At the moment they're really stiff because they're brand new. Should we try the ankle test? Oh yeah, bugger. I mean, I've got it bolted up. They're solid, them, like, but they might wear a bit. And they've got this, they might give in a bit, I should say. Give a bit. Give in, wear a bit. These don't have any, I can't remember what it's called, is it hyperflexion or something? So you can only go so far back with these and it'll catch on this. Can you see that bit? This sort of sliding section here, so it's meant to stop you catching your toes, going back over or whatever, and then like snapping your leg back over. Whereas these will just go back. But I'll tell you what, you'd be having a bad accident when you manage to break your leg that ways. But side to side, these are solid. The buckles are all nice. I like the Sidi buckles, are nice and simple. And they're meant to be, they call it microfiber lining. But, there's confusion online whether that's waterproof or it's something else. And it doesn't seem like there's a waterproof membrane in there, like that sock bit there's watt thin, and that ain't going to do out. So, you know, not waterproof, doesn't matter. When they fill it with water, hopefully they'll drain out a bit better than a waterproof boot with a bit of a hole in it, because they just act like something that retains water extremely well. Whereas these might not retain it so much, although mind you, they're all plastic on the bottom, there's nowhere for it to go. I don't know, I thought it was a good idea. They'll be a bit cooler because they haven't got a waterproof liner in them. And then if I need waterproofing, I'll just jump off the bike And once my feet are wet, I'll jump off my bike, put my socks on, and then slip these bad boys on. They fit quite nice. I'm a size 11 and I went for a large. I also got an XL, but it's way too baggy. And on their site, on Adventure Spec site, this an XL is fit for a size 11 to 12, but I'd say if you're a size 12 to 13 is what you want to be getting the XLs for. They're a size UK 11. They're quite a nice wide toe, so you don't have to size up with them. These are like a true 11. These Sidi X Power Enduro. These are a size 12. I'm never a size 12 in any boot ever, but you need to go up a size in Sidi unless you've got like really thin feet. These are nice, solid. That pad's lovely and grippy. It's nice and grippy on here, so you can get hold of your bike. If you ain't gripping your bike with your... No, we'll forget about me talking about that because it's irrelevant to me because I wear over the boot trousers. Forget I even started saying something. Heel cup's proper solid on these. Is on the Leatt. That's not exposed. This is. They fit a lot nicer under trousers. A really nice slim profile. Lovely slim profile. They seem pretty decent, these. But I've yet to ride in them with any anger. I don't know what else to say really. I don't know if you've got any questions about boots. I'm all ears. But definitely don't buy adventure style boots, I would say. Sidi Adventures are the best compromise, but they won't last long when you're actually doing a lot of off-roading. But then even these are comfortable and they're comfortable once you get used to them. And if you're walking around and you think they're a bit restrictive, all I ever used to do is just unclip the top two buckles and then you've got loads of movement in your leg, you know, so you can walk around. That's it for this one. I've been rambling on a bit. I'm going to cut it so it's not so rambly, and hopefully this will be of use to you. And hopefully I'll see you at the ABR festival as well this year, 2025. Because the trails are sweet there. And it's a good time to be had by all. Thank you very much. See you on the next one. And you play a good tune on these. Try these. Yeah, I think the Leatt are definitely the best for playing music. I totally lost where I was.